CM Punk talked about the Paul Heyman favor on Monday Night Raw.
CM Punk, thank you for sitting down. I appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
You know what I'm going to ask you, though, right?
If you ask me about the Blackhawks, we're going to fight.
No, I'm going to ask you about something much more relevant. This favor. It's all anyone's talking about. Can you tell us anything about it?
No, I don't think that's the right time to talk about that. I think it's a personal thing. You know, me and Paul go back many, many, many years, so it's between me and Paul.
All right, fair enough. If we can't talk about the favor, let's talk about Seth Rollins. I mean, you said last week.
And so this favor is, he brings up, he says, I'm not going to talk about it because it's a personal thing between him and Paul Heyman. So there's two theories that I have read and seen, and we kind of hinted at these in other episodes, so we're going to just talk about those two theories. The first is that it's going to be a WrestleMania match. As soon as Roman Reigns is heading to WrestleMania, Seth Rollins brings up the fact that he hasn't been able to main event WrestleMania. Keep that in mind, right? So using this favor to cash in, to say, I want the shot, you owe me this. This is how it has to go. Keep that in mind. Pretty interesting thought. The second one has something to do with Paul Heyman as a manager. One of the weird parts of this, knowing and seeing how Paul Heyman acted when talking about the favor, it seemed like something that Roman, well, he says it to him, it was something that he wasn't willing to tell Roman right away. And it felt more like it had something to do with Heyman himself than something that Roman Reigns had to do or to allow to have happen. And that's interesting. That's an interesting part of this. So could it be that CM Punk says, I want Paul Heyman as my manager, which means he has to leave the tribal chief? And, it would kind of be this thing where Paul Heyman basically sacrificed his spot in the bloodline to ensure that Roman Reigns wins. Could that be what finally happens? Now, you would think that maybe would have happened like the night after. I think that would have made more sense to do it then. But certainly keep in mind that this is something we could see going forward, where it's probably going to be, if they haven't done it in the short term, my guess is they're going to be pushing it towards closer to WrestleMania, or maybe at the beginning of the year. If they haven't done it yet, they're probably going to be pushing it towards then. So keep your eyes open, keep looking for little hints. I cannot wait to find out what this favor is.